back. So I was having some electrical issues. That was a bunch of different reasons I'm not going to get into, but my old mechanic Amori was always telling me that my domino throttle right here was a big problem, and that I should not be running it. So I ran back to the stock throttle, calibrated the bike with a throttle relearn, and I still have the same issues. So once I figured out the domino throttle was not the problem, I went ahead and installed this one back because I really like it. It's a little bit thinner and it's a lot crispier. It just has more like a smooth resistance. I went to the track with the stock throttle, which is still really good. There's no issues with it, but I didn't really have as much fun. It was it kind of gave my right arm more fatigue with that throttle, believe it or not. So right now I'm trying to guarantee the problem right now, and the thing that I did is I pulled out the tip over switch on the 1100 because for those of you that don't know, the tip over switch pretty much kills power on the bike when you lean absolutely too far, or it's like not lean too far, but when you crash, obviously the bike shuts off in most cases because of the tip over switch. But I think I had a bad one, and it kept causing the bike under certain wheelies or certain circumstances to just shut off on me. So I threw the one from the 1100 in this bike, and I recalibrated everything, let the battery do a reset, then a throttle relearn, and unfortunately you can't just go out and ride it for a little bit. You have to go out and kind of beat the bike up a little bit, because if I just ride regularly, I won't have an issue. I have to actually do some wheelies, and I have to actually do some stupid stuff, unfortunately, because otherwise I won't find out until I'm on the track, and then I have another issue. So I have to go out and actually ride the bike and see what it wants to do. I don't want to hit peak traffic, so it's about 12:40 right now. Traffic will start up at 2 o'clock. I don't want to go too far either, just in case the bike does have an actual issue. I don't want to be stranded, because I know if I let it sit for a while, and it, the problem will kind of fix itself and it'll give itself a reset. But that's not the point. I don't want to be stranded far away. I love this point of view. That's so good. There's a couple things I want to change. I love the stock hook-ons. They're very aggressive and they're perfect. The way they're mounted, they don't hit anything. Nice billet aluminum ones would just be so perfect on this. Especially I gotta finish off this cable. I'm waiting on damn Rashawn to send me that cable so I can run it across to my master cylinder. It's taking too damn long. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that button's out too. It's really pissing me off. Jet Prime's like, oh, just set it back and we'll take a look at it. Set it back? I'm not setting it all the way to a different country just so you can inspect it. The thing's screwed out. Like it's a button that doesn't do anything unless you want to wire it to something, and you just thread it in. What's there to inspect? Send me a new button. I'll pay for it. I don't care. It's frustrating. I'll be stuck with that light for a minute. I was gonna bust it. What the heck? I was gonna make a U-turn, but I don't want to mess up that Jeep. Look at that. What is going on here? There's a lot of money sitting right there. That truck and trailer and those cars. Sheesh. There are so many beginner bikes out here. It's crazy. There's nothing wrong with that, but even by my house, because I live on like a main street, there's so many like 400s and 250s and 500s. I mean, there's so many new bikes now. It's hard to tell like engine sizes, because they used to be like 300 or 400. Like sometimes you get like a random 250, but that was like 550, 650, 660. Like, I mean, there's so many different CCs now. It's hard to keep track. There's just lots of little bikes out there. It's crazy. And a lot of them haul ass. Dude, they're insane. scared me. I kind of gripped last second. this road's a little bumpy with a lot of cracks. I was like, please don't mess up right here, right now. I was worried. I've never done a wheelie right there. I was wondering how the surface was. A little twisty right there. It's just so responsive with, you know, how light this bike is, and this throttle is like, I mean, dude, it's just too responsive. I love it. I'm just not used to it. Likes the bike. I don't blame her. I do too. You know what's funny? And I don't know if you guys have the same experience, but I mean, it's not like my second time trying a stand-up wheelie. I mean, second day, but I noticed I'm more comfortable doing a stand-up wheelie on the street, but I'm more comfortable doing a regular wheelie on the freeway. Like, I don't want to sit down and power up a wheelie. First problem is I can't do a clutch up. Obviously, that's problem number one. Again, I have more confidence doing a sit-down wheelie on the freeway and a stand-up wheelie on the street. It's a little bit more nerve-wracking for me to do a stand-up on the freeway. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the cars around me are going a lot faster, and like, maybe it's a mental thing. It 100% is, but it really throws me off. Down a little bit, because before I had it all the way up, I think it's tough to get that initial first like pull, because once I get it up I'm fine, but it's that first like jolt that I'm struggling with, and I can't seem to figure it out. I'm not like low. Oh, you know what? Oh, that's probably part of the problem, because on the 1100 I was doing second gear. I was doing second gear, just kind of rolling onto the throttle, lifting up. On this bike I always do first gear. Interesting. That explains a lot. Also, I do have a new chain and sprocket that I'm waiting to install. I'm gonna slide this axle all the way to the back for a couple different reasons for the track, and I know it's gonna affect me trying to do wheelies because it's gonna slide that rim probably about like an inch farther. I know an inch doesn't seem like a lot, but as you guys know, an inch can go a long way. Alright guys, I appreciate you watching again. You guys all have a good weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.